Hi, my friend. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new, welcome. I am Trey. In today's video, we are on day 2 of our 30-day decluttering challenge. I am so excited. Day 1 already had me feeling like, whoo, I can do this. If you have not watched that, make sure you go watch that one first. So we're doing part 2 of like my desk area. This is the space where I work and I do not need chaos. I need clarity. I need cleanliness. And again, like I said yesterday, it's not about being perfect. It's taking those small steps that make for a big transformation. I'm learning all about that in the book Compound Effect. If you have not read it, I will link it down below. It is amazing. So I've been listening to it on Audible and it helps me like while I'm working. I'm working on my goals and I'm even compounding it. One of my goals for 2025 is to read 1 book a month. And so if I have the book playing in the background, it's perfect. I'm doing my decluttering and I'm listening to a book. So that's that habit stacking that we talk about also in the book Atomic Habits. Y'all, this year, it just feels good over here in 2025. So I'm really excited. If you are looking for motivation and decluttering inspiration, I am so glad you are here. So let's get started. We are setting our timer for 30 minutes. That's it. That is it. That's all. 30 minutes. And we are decluttering. Today, we're doing everything we like took off the desk. So that's books, that's notebooks, that is just like receipts and extra mail. I have a few things that I will share with you that I'm going to condense everything in. And y'all, my struggle is paper. I struggle with decluttering paper, if I'm being honest. So that's going to be the biggest challenge because I'm like, what if I need this receipt from 5 years ago and they don't remember that I paid for it? It's okay to throw it away. It's okay to even take a picture and email it to yourself. So I've been watching a few videos. Again, Laura Smith from Decluttering HQ. I absolutely love her page. And I'll link everybody else that I have been watching just to like learn. So if this is something that you're ready for, let's get started. And so it begins. Have you ever had the feeling of being overwhelmed before you even start? You look at the mess and you just want to walk away. That's how I have felt when I have started this because like I said, I am not an expert. I am just a mom of 3 that wants to feel less overwhelmed, less chaos in my space. I want to open room, leave space for peace, for joy, for creativity. And do you know there are 5 ways that clutter can impact your mental health and your productivity? So one way, it overwhelms your senses. So clutter creates visual and mental distractions, making it harder to focus on the task at hand. Your brain has to work harder to filter out unnecessary things, leaving you feeling super overwhelmed. Another way that clutter can impact your mental health is it increases stress and anxiety. Y'all, a cluttered environment leaves you to feeling stressed or you feel guilty, and it's really hard to get like relaxed or feeling at peace when you're surrounded by chaos. So that is why I was like, I gotta get my space around my desk clean and in order. And literally the moment I did it, I kind of felt like a weight was lifted off of my shoulders. And I'm just like going through papers, looking at different notes that I've had, notes that I've written down for my business, for my creative business. I've written those down and I just forgotten about them. I had affirmations that I had wrote down. And what I did is I started putting those into this little baggie here. You see this little Ziploc bag? Putting those in there, and I've just been pulling out one when I just need an affirmation. So it is really, really important to get that clutter out. Another way that clutter can impact your mental health and your productivity, it reduces efficiency. When you're always searching for the pen, searching for that notepad, you're always working in a disorganized space, which wastes time, which wastes energy. This inefficiency disrupts your workflow and makes it even simple tasks feel like a challenge. So you're always feeling like you're behind. Clutter can also impact your decision making. So constant exposure to clutter can lead to decision fatigue, making it harder to prioritize tasks or even make choices. So a clear space helps streamline your thought process and boost your confidence in tackling those to-dos. And here's the big one. When you have a lot of clutter, you can't think creatively. Like, I thought it was just me, like, oh, I don't have the space, I don't have the time. No, you just got too much junk around. Like, there's no space for anything to come because you got Post-it notes here, you got things on the board here. You have all this, like, visual chaos going around you. So you just can't like get comfortable in your space. And even right now, like I'm doing this voiceover and I'm sitting in my desk space and I'm just like, I just feel like I can think so clear because it's like it's open room, you know? So I really, really encourage you to do it with me. Get your garbage bag, get a box, get your water, and let's sip and just get this thing decluttered. It's so important. It's so helpful. And watch your life take off. And like I said, I know that my biggest challenge is decluttering paper. I really love this little organizer, and I got it off of Amazon, but it helps me put things in order. So that's my first tip. When you are decluttering paper, sort immediately with categories. So if you have bills, if you have dog, we had the things for our dog. What is that called? Like the shot records for the dog. I had things that I want to keep for the kids. My daughter was in beta club. So keeping things like that and organizing it is so helpful. But why is decluttering hard with paper? Why do you think? For me, I'm always worried like, oh my gosh, I might need this. As you see, I'm going through this PTA book. This PTA book does not bring me joy. I don't need anything in that PTA book. I will never do PTA again. I told them, room mommy. I'm more of a room mom. I was the treasurer last year for our PTA, and it was the hardest unpaid job I have ever done. And it was so hard. And the thing is, being a mom is really hard work too, but I feel like I get rewarded by my kids. I get rewarded by hugs and kisses. Doing PTA, it took everything. It took all my energy, all my time. It really put a strain in my marriage. It put a strain in my relationships. And it was so hard. And I said, I will never do that again. So why do I feel like I need to keep the PTA book? Because I feel like I'm going to lose something important. So that's one of the reasons why decluttering paper is so hard. It's that fear of losing something important. We worry about accidentally discarding like really, really important documents or items we might need in the future. But to combat that, take a picture, send an email to yourself, make it digital, but get rid of that paper because it's what's overwhelming you. It's what's making your space feel heavy because you're constantly seeing it and you're constantly getting paper in. Because, you know, paper accumulates so fast. You got bills, mail, school papers, receipts, making the tasks feel so overwhelming. But I'm telling you, once you get rid of it, you will feel like this sense of, and you realize that you haven't even thought about it. Another thing that is really hard for me with getting rid of paper is I am that mom who really loves to keep all my kids' artwork. My husband is the complete opposite. He was like, if you don't throw that artwork out. But I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to show my grandchildren and my great-grandchildren what my baby made when he was in kindergarten. Look at his little handprint. And my husband is like, get rid of it. But I do have a perfect solution, and I'm not getting paid by this at all. I've used them a couple of times, but it's called Plum Print, and it's so easy to use. So it's really easy. You just put your pictures, your artwork, your anything that you want, and it'll turn it into a high quality book for you. It's free shipping both ways, super inexpensive, but it makes a wonderful bound book for you with their artwork that you can look back on. If you want the artwork or the pictures back, you can, but I didn't. But that's a good solution for you. Okay, so this space is clear. Got my recliner here. I'll turn this around. So I had this, my granny gave it to me because when I had my hysterectomy last year, I could not sleep flat on the bed. So this has been a game changer, and it doesn't really like go with the flow of the room or anything, but I love it. We'll sit here and watch the TV. But yes, this floor is clear. This space all done. I got my load of the day that I need to fold. But y'all, I'm transparency, okay? So these are the books. I'm trying to figure out, I do not like throwing books away. That's full transparency. But I don't know. I'm trying to like look at them all. I love this one. I love this one. These I just got. Get What You Want by Julie. I like that one too. Reading While Black. These are all just really helpful books. And they're not taking up, I will not fill this space up. Not my dream, but one of my goals is to get like a little nice bookshelf here. But I have this space really organized. This is my weekly to-do list, but this has changed since I'm working now. I have my label printer here, my laminator here. So this is not taking up any space. These are the books. I can take off these. This is my prayer that I had. Lord, please give me eyes to see me the way you see me. I am your custom craftsmanship. Thank you for making me unique, magnetic, and necessary. Help me to own my significance and magnificence. Take my negative thoughts captive and replace them with fearless focus and faith. God, be bigger than my fears. I'm definitely going to keep that right there because I like just looking at that. Maybe I'll put it here on so I can see it closer. And I have another prayer here. And again, this is just the desk space that we did yesterday. I have now my computer can fit fine. My little planner. I'm loving this space now. Then I got this. I've had this for a while, but it's a little affirmations. When you say, I feel alone, I will never leave you or forsake you. When you say, I'm too tired, I will give you rest. When you say, I can't go on, my grace is sufficient. When you say, I can't figure things out, I will direct your steps. So I had this God's child. And I just like to keep these different affirmations, y'all, because I really need it. Sometimes, and I think when you speak scripture over yourself, so I'm going to hang that right there. This little piece is kind of being weird. Here we go. Hang that right there. Then I have little scriptures here that I'm going to change out weekly. Okay, honesty moment. These are all just little notepads. Empty notepads. This I'm definitely using. This is my weekly menu planner that I got from Target. I will link this down below, y'all. I think it was probably $4 or $5. So I'm keeping this, but I need to find a home for it. I think the home can go in the kitchen because that's what we do. We have our family meetings on Saturdays, Sundays, and we have those in the kitchen. So maybe I'll take this down to the kitchen. This is the weekly chore chart that I want the kids to use. And what I'm thinking about doing is putting this inside of one of those little sleeves like that so they can use a dry erase marker on it and then check every day. I also want to use it for myself, to go with my 12-week year plan that I'm doing so I can check off when I do the things that are part of my 12-week year just because it's prettier that way. This can go into my prayer closet because I want to use this more. The verse of the day, today's prayer, because it kind of goes with the soap, the scripture, the, what's the O stand for? Apply and prayer. Observation. So meditating on the observation of it. I'll take this into my prayer closet. I kind of want to keep these. I don't need this. Because I don't need this, y'all. See, this is, okay, honesty, this is where I struggle. I'm but my planner has all this information in it, so I do not need this. I just hate throwing away paper. This is from Just Call Me Nikki, y'all. I'm definitely keeping this because I am trying to get out of debt, and it is just so helpful, and she has the monthly budget workbook. So she's selling this for $10. If you were trying to make a big change, big transformation in your life, again, it just came from Just Call Me Nikki. Absolutely amazing. So this I'm going to take to the kitchen. And that's it. Then I have this is why I said, don't go buying stuff until you know what you need. I have all these little cute little baskets. Have no idea what to do with them. No idea at all. So right now they're going to just go to the basement where I have all my extra storage, and now maybe I'll find a place for them. But that's it. That's all. All of this stuff here is just going to the basement or to the trash. Yeah. So we are done in this space. Everything's done here, and I am so excited. And I absolutely love this little file folder system because it's so small. So you see, I've put stuff in here, but it kind of condenses to make it really small. I put papers and everything in here. So I love this. And it's just kind of just things like my home insurance, things for my dog, dentist dentist, what do you call that? Like the paperwork they give you from the dentist. Don't necessarily know if I need that, but I want to keep it just in case, and I'll keep it for a few months until they get another one, and then I'll toss it because he goes to the dentist every 6 months. So I have this here. I'm going to put this into like our closet where we store all of our like paperwork and stuff like that. I will link this down below. You could use it for like dates, but it's just, you know, storage space. And you can close it just like that. But I really do like it because I love how small it is and how, like, if I wanted to, I could. I'm not, but if I wanted to, I could just slide it there. And it's not a big space taker-upper. Does that make sense? Space taker-upper? And the other thing I want y'all to do is if you see me in the store buying a notebook, say, don't you buy another notebook. Granted, I do fill up a lot of notebooks. There's a little more Post-it notes. I do fill up a lot of notebooks, but this is why I get distracted and people are like, just journal your ideas. And then I'll journal. I'm like, what notebook did I put that idea in? So y'all, do not let me buy another notebook until I finish with the notebooks I have, okay? Thank you. Transparency moment here. This is all stuff for like my business. This is different things that I've printed, like notebooks and stuff. What I'm going to do is take a moment one day and kind of go through this stuff and condense it, because I'm sure it's like notes that I've taken, things I need to pitch to, just different things I need to do. So I'm not going to throw this away, but I'm going to go through it and kind of combine it all into one little folder. And this is what I'm going to use. This one folder. So I'm keeping that right here to come back to it. These are just empty folders. I'm not going to trash these. What I'm making note of is I will not have more than 3 folders. These are all empty notebooks. This one I label for our marriage. So when we're doing our marriage therapy, I feel like this would be a good little notebook to have. And I labeled it. So if I pick it up and like, oh, I need to write this note for my content. No, this is only for marriage stuff. So I'm putting this somewhere tucked off right here. Actually, I feel like I need to put it next to our, I'm going to put it next to our marriage. That's what I'm going to do. So somebody gifted me and my husband this little 52 devotions to draw couples together. And so I'm going to put these 2 things together. That way, they're always in close proximity to each other. So I pull them out. Okay, so that's great there. These are just empty notebooks that I'm going to put right here. Because, again, I don't want to throw them away because I do journal. I do write a lot. I will not fill this up. So only 3 folders, no more than 5 notebooks. If there's more than 5, it will not come here. So it has to fit in here nice and neat. So, okay, we're seeing the floor. We're doing it. And I've shared this before, but this is my big note, my big calendar that I'm sitting here erasing and preparing to write on. So I'm going to sit that there. I love how large this is. I will link this. I got this off Amazon too, y'all, and I absolutely love it because I'm a very visual person. So this is like my life is all on here. And now we're just getting the little things that are on the floor. And the big tip is y'all categorize things. So if something is like, these are pictures, they're going to the photo album. New Year's things, we do keep those. And I'm going to put those in like a little reminder, a memory box. My Kindle has a home beside my bed, right in my nightstand. So separating and getting everything organized. Also keeping a box. Donate, trash, keep. Or if you don't know exactly where it is, where it's going to go yet, that's okay. Again, this is not about being perfect. This is about progress. You can do this. I am rooting for you. Once you take that trash bag and tie it up, I promise you it's just like a big sigh of relief that you're going to let out. And you, again, are welcoming in peace and getting rid of the crowdedness, the heaviness, the chaos, and just welcoming in control and just calmness. So I get the room vacuumed, and then by the end of it, I am going to just pray over this room. Y'all don't know this, but last year, right around this time, I was crying so many tears just about a lot of different things that were going on in my life. And this was the room And now to have this room decluttered, I am welcoming every good thing that God has for me in this room. So I am just really excited and super thankful that you're here with me to get this decluttered. And how we're going to keep it up is just taking it day by day. When the environment is messy and disorganized, it often mirrors the state of your mind. So creating a feeling of stress, anxiety, and even like guilt. So walking into this room now and it is clean and organized, it just feels so good. It allows me to think more clearly, work efficiently, and enjoy the time I spend in that area. Okay, my friend, and we are all done. I feel so much lighter. It just feels clean, and I was just like tossing stuff. I kept the books. I kept a couple notebooks. I am not buying any more notebooks, I promise. And then anything else that I did not know what to do with yet, I put it into my bedroom. And then we're going to go through that tomorrow, because tomorrow I'll be working a little bit on my bedroom, but our focal spot tomorrow will be in the kitchen. So I'm working on the kitchen drawers. So make sure that you come back tomorrow to see that. I will see you in the next video. Until next time, you got this, mama. Have a good day.